He's smiling. It's the first smile you see all week. You know what I find comical?
What's that?
Can't get a smile out of him. Can't get involved in any social media. But as soon as that bitch fires the race car up, he's back.
Yeah.
Gang, 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 gang. Coming to a speed track near you.
A speed track.
Yeah. Whatever y'all call them. Go-kart track near you.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to be on the go-kart track.
No. But, it's taxpayers' money. It's considered a go-kart. It identifies as a go-kart.
That's what we were going to go with if we got pulled over.
Yeah. But no, dude, we used to take our dune buggies down there when we were, like, our sand rails that we used to take to Imison Park that we weren't supposed to be at Imison. We weren't supposed to be there. We had little crotch rockets. Remember those little mini pocket rockets? It was dumb.
Like little street bikes.
Yeah. Get in the rain.
Oh man. Okay. So happy belated 40th birthday. Let's get caught up on your Vegas trip, and then we can tackle my my cruise debut.
Yeah.
The first my first cruise that I was convinced to go on, and it was a terrible experience.
Yeah. He went on the wrong one, but
yeah. Well, so yeah, where'd you how was Vegas?
Vegas was good. I love Vegas. I think it's my 5th time there. I'm ready to go back. So we did it pretty good.
Did you go to the Sphere?
We went to the Sphere, which I've been there several times, and getting to the Sphere, the casino itself and hotel is kind of...
No, the big-ass ball with the TV.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant the Stratosphere. But, no, we didn't end up going. But the Venetian, we stayed at the Venetian, actually, the Palazzo, and it's part of, the Venetian owns the Sphere.
Oh,
could
you
see
it?
Yeah.
Is it it goes all night?
Yeah. It's awesome, which... I really wanted to do one of the shows in there, but it's like $200 a person.
Bro.
So like I said, just always not enough time. But like Vegas, I've been in Vegas like 5 days, and it's pretty long. Like you're like, usually like a 3 to 4 day trip, 3-day trip, 4-day trip is pretty good. But it was good. Like I said, we stayed at the Venetian, the Palazzo. We flew out Delta first class.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Pop bottles on the plane.
Yeah. It's
you and Miley try out that first class bathroom?
No. We yeah. The Venetian probably got his money's worth, but yeah.
Could you imagine some of the crap they probably have to clean up?
God.
Like even when I travel for like work and stuff, I'm always like, when I leave the hotel, like all my crap's like I tidy all my little stuff. Like, I'm like, I couldn't imagine coming there and like, finding, I think me and Chanel were somewhere one time, and it was like a not nice hotel. Like I think we just stopped somewhere, like on the way to somewhere else. I'm like, we'll stay here tonight. And dude, there was like a used condom under the bed.
Yeah, that's horrible. No, I cleaned, like we had a huge suite. I forget which suite we ended up getting, but basically I did the trick. I already booked which everything in the Venetian Palazzo is a suite, but there's just different stages of a suite. So we ordered a king executive suite or something like that. And so I think it was like 780 square feet. I don't remember. But anyway, I went up to the bellhop. Justin's, everything's digital now. So you can get a digital key. You can check in on your phone, all that. I'm like, no, I'm going up there talking to a person. Because I slid the old boy $40. I said, hey, can you do any upgrades? Gave him that $40. Said, absolutely. So we got this, I don't know, it was just a lot. It was huge. It's crazy because we're not in there much anyway, but I think it was like 1,100 square feet, 1,200 square feet with just me and Miley. But it was bad. It was nice. And so, yeah, that worked. Like, give them $40, and they say you can do it with 20. You just go up there and slide them with 20, but anyway, it worked. No big deal. And if they say that they can't do nothing for you, then you can slide the money back. I'd have probably just let the guy, whatever. But to be honest with you, you're not in the room but to sleep. So, but yeah, we get checked in, and I beg AJ to go to Vegas, man, because you just don't realize how big these. You could spend a whole 3-4 days in one casino. Like you don't even got to leave.
Yeah, but I'm not a gambler.
Well, you don't gamble. Like, literally, you don't got to gamble. That's what I'm saying. You're literally going from just going. The shopping there is incredible. Every resort has a Rolex store. Every store has a Peter Patek store. The most bougiest stuff that you can imagine, and window shop and try on and chill. Any designer, the real Louis or Louis Vuitton, or not, I don't even know, whatever. Miley looks at these heels, like $2,000-$3,000 for these heels, but it's
the red bottoms.
Yeah. What is that? Louis Vuitton or Vuitton?
Yeah. Chanel has looked at them a few times.
Yeah, and going in there, and they got men's shoes. It's just, but every single, the Caesars to Venetian to Aria, every single they have gardens inside these things.
It's like Christine Louis or something.
Yeah, Louis. Yeah, something like that. But there's some more. But all this bougie stuff. I'm talking about, like, Miley's telling me all this that I've never even heard these designers before, and they're just way high. Everyone gets set on like Gucci or Louis Vuitton, but that's like the Corvette of the sports cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's nice, it's cool, but it's not.
It's like when we're looking at watches, it's cool when you got a Rolex,
right,
until the dude rolls up with a Patek.
You're right.
And you're like,
yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to Aquanaut on. Like, I've got a $70,000 watch on my wrist. It's just it's just everywhere you go, and these. It's just crazy. You got all these speakeasies all over the city. The drinks, the food,
Do you pretty much walk everywhere?
No, it's a hell of that's the running joke. You're sitting in the Venetian, you look out and like, oh shit, we can just walk over to the Aria. Dude, it takes you forever. But they got like rail systems, but honestly, just grab an Uber. Grab an Uber and you go wherever.
Was it just because of the foot traffic, or what makes it so long to?
It's just because you don't realize how big these properties are. It looks like it's right next door, but it's 3-mile walk. But it looks like it's you're just looking up and you're just like right there. But like I said, it's just really hard to explain until you see like the architect that's behind these theme hotels. The Wynn, like, you got the free show that goes off like every hour at the Wynn, the waterfall fountain. It's just there's shit to do everywhere, and there's not enough time to do it. The rundown we had 3 good dinners, which I've been to 2 3, and it's kind of like repetitiveness why I shouldn't go. But Uzumi or however you say it in the Wynn is by far the baddest, most elegant fufu sushi Japanese. Like, it's legit so good. High-end Wagyu A5 on the hot stone to these crazy rolls. We had that on my birthday night. The first night we went to the Strat, and it's just the views up there, the bar, the food. It's not great. I got chicken. We all got the chicken. Chicken was good. I've had steak there before. Like I said, I've ate there several times. But like the Stratosphere, staying at the hotel casino would be no. But I forget how many stories it is. I don't know.
I think Tommy was telling me him and Sue went there one time.
And then we eat dinner on the spinning part. So you're spinning around the views. I got pictures. Just amazing. And then, like I said, my birthday night we went to Uzumi. And then...
y'all go hard?
What day did I go hard? I did not go hard... I went hard one day. I ended up coming back to the hotel and taking a bath. We had this big jacuzzi tub and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. So I can't remember. I think it was maybe the first night I went pretty hard. Yeah, because I think I just had a couple glasses of wine at Izumi. And then did we do the show that night? We went to the Absinthe, whatever. I don't know.
Whatever. Why don't you say it a couple more times?
Yeah, Absinthe or something like that. Anyway, that show is at Caesars, and awesome show. It was comedy, circus, what you're saying, but comedy involvement. It was a really good show. I think it was like number 2, and
how long is that?
Like an hour and a half. But you can drink, but like I said, it's pretty cool. The main guy, it's like the circus leader. He's busting jokes, and you got all these sets, and you got stuff. You got jugglers running out. You got people on tight ropes doing crazy stuff, just shit's all over the place. Anything with them shows is like, oh my God, which, like I said, I've been fortunate to see David Copperfield there. He's such a badass. And then the highlight is like, we went to the Golden Steer, which I forget what year. Whatever. I call it 1935. I don't know. Whenever, but the Golden Steer is like, yeah. I mean, he's hitting that Chiba. The Golden Steer is just a old steakhouse that's in the middle of, you pull up there like, what the crap is this shit? And you roll in and it's like, wow. But, I forget the name of the governors that been running that country or whatever they are. And like I said, a lot of this shit's just me trying to remember some. I got the worst memory, but like, Dana White goes in there, Joe Rogan, like,
oh hell yeah,
all kind of people go in that, they're telling us stories, but back in the day, obviously it was like ran by the mob. So just a lot of history there in that thing.
But how's the food?
Food was good. Like, it's so hard to choose. I end up getting I always go with a ribeye, but they got filet, but they got like the world famous prime rib, but they got, tomahawks, everything's prime. But the sides were good. The corn was really weird. I loved it a lot. It was like a cinnamon honey corn.
That's cool.
So everyone was like, oh, they weren't expecting it. They didn't really love it, but I loved it. It was like a dessert. But they make a fresh Caesar salad next to you. And the way they come up with their dressing, it's pretty cool. How they make out of oil and eggs and anchovies and fresh anchovies and... So anyway,
sounds
great.
Like a Caesar salad.
Yeah, but who knows? It's better than maybe getting it out of the bottle or the Kins packet.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So yeah, we had dinner and then gambled a bunch. I took 5 to lose, and I only lost 2,500.
Nice.
So that's a win for me.
That's good.
Pretty.
Did you end up doing the all on black?
No, I did a bunch, but the biggest denomination I pushed out. I told AJ I was going to do $4,000 when I got there on black, and boom, that's how we were going to start it. But then I was like, if I lose all that up front, I'm going to be so pissed. And then, so I did 400.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I won. But
and you're probably like, should have did 4,000.
Yeah, there's a lot of bet. I was up at some time that I should have never. If I would have quit, I'd have been ahead. But that's how they get you. And like I say, I play blackjack, roulette, craps. I made most of my money on roulette and craps, and one slot machine. Forget her. She's got a moon. Forget. But anyway, she kept bringing me back.
I was gonna say, yeah, you should get with what's his name? Because he said he goes to the same slot machine every time he goes.
Yeah, that's
he always leaves with something.
Yeah. So yeah, like there was times where I hit a couple times for 500. I'm betting anywhere between $250 and $10 to $15 a spin. I play the high limit sometimes, go in there and try to upset the machine. But like if I get on like a dollar denomination, if I can get it down to like $10 a spin, I'll do it in there. But you can go in there and play $250 a spin, $500 a spin.
Was anybody at the table like high rolling?
No, I kind of stay away from them. I
was in Switzerland and this dude was just. It wasn't like they didn't have like a high roller area or anything like that. And dude was just dropping money.
And these casinos kind of got it really, especially a Venetian, where you got your regular floor play. You're out there with the chromies like me, but you still, I think, bet up to 3,000 a hand out there, I think. But then you have the high limit areas, and then you have like really high limit, like off in the back where I think any normal person can go back there, but it's like frowned upon. But
what's that game that Dana plays now? It's like the
Baccarat.
Yeah, it's like the Chinese game.
Yeah, it's the Baccarat. I guess it's the best odds in the house. You either play the banker or the player. I've watched it several times. I don't. I need to play it. I think because of the house odds, but. Like I said, Miley loves craps. I could sit at the crap table all day. And like I said, we won a lot of money playing craps. So
people get pretty crazy.
Yeah, if you get a good table, that you can roll. If you got people there that don't know what they're doing, like rolling the dice, or it's upsetting. Sometimes I'll turn my money off the pass line and or my number lines and. Yeah, it just depends, I think Miley's got the strategy, like, she gives each roller, like, 5 rolls, and then she'll remove her money or turn her money off. Because the odds are not, you're going to roll that fucking 7 eventually. So, like I said, it's gambling, some shows. Like I said, we were there, I can't remember when we fly out. It's been so long. Anyway, we were there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and came back late Saturday. So, 4 days. And, we did. We took a shopping day.
Did you buy anything cool?
I actually didn't buy anything. No. And I was trying to get a tattoo there, and it just didn't work out schedule-wise and stuff.
So you're going to go back now?
No, I'm trying to make it work where I can go back in December. Her parents are going back out there, and her brother's going to December 3rd. So I'm trying to go back out there. But as to anything wild and crazy, man, there was nothing. It was just a straight up.
Your buddy Dustin, he win any money?
No, Justin.
Oh, Justin, Dustin, and Dylan. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we got one of them 3. But what did he win any money?
No, I think he only lost like $300. But he sat on the roulette table the whole time, and he did. He did good. He did really well. He's not a big gambler, but I think he was betting $100, $200 a spin on some things. So. That was good for him, but I think he only ended up losing like $300. I think he was rolling with like 1,000. He just like took 1,000 play with. But that's really it. Like we went to Red's one night after the Absinthe show. We went to Red's rooftop bar. Watched the fountains. I've seen it. I've stayed at the Cosmopolitan before on a balcony room, which, like, there's really no balconies in Vegas.
Yeah.
So being on the balcony in the Cosmo, having the fountains on you all day and all night is really cool. So try
see
not
any crazy shit.
No, you usually see the crazy shit if you go to Fremont Street. And I've been 2 times and it's fun down there. But regular, we were walking back. We actually walked from Caesars all the way back to the Venetian, which is on the north that night. That was a pretty good walk. I think it was like 2.5 miles, 2 miles. I think. I don't know. Maybe not.
Did you log it on Strava?
No, no Strava. We were kind of a little tipsy. But you seen some shit. Some of these casinos are like Flamingo and all these that are kind of not what they used to be. They're tearing down the Mirage. So the Mirage is where Clark Griswold stayed in Vegas Vacation. And I love the Mirage.
What, they're going to build something bigger?
Well, Mirage sold out to Hard Rock, so Hard Rock is building another guitar hotel like down in Miami.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be badass. But you had the volcano over there that erupted. Everything's got these themes and shows, and
I saw that you went to was it Little Italy or something, or Little Italy?
Yeah. That's in the Venetian. That's all Italian. So you got the gondolas there and the rides and all that crap, and then like on top of the Strat, you got bungee jumping off of that motherfucker and roller coasters, and then you got New York. Yeah, there's all kind. Like I said, there is so much shit to do, even if you never gambled a dime. The food, the shopping, the sightseeing, the everything. You can go to the desert and rent buggies and go cruise. The desert. You got the dam there. You got the Grand Canyon. There's so much.
How far is the Grand Canyon from like the Strip?
It's only like, I think like an hour and a half.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think the dam's 45 minutes. I've done the whole dam tour.
Yeah.
The dam tour is the shit.
Really?
Like, I love that. That honestly, that thing is amazing. And but yeah, that was pretty much it. Pretty low key. A lot of drinking, a lot of shopping, a lot of gambling. But like I say, you don't have to gamble. So I tell everybody that's not gamblers, go to Vegas. Go. You got to. The food is amazing. And there's so much shit. Like, I've been 5 times and I haven't done half the shit. And I try to do different stuff every time. But, man, you just get locked in. But be prepared to walk. Like, you're going to put in 1,000 million steps just if you stayed in the Venetian. Like, that place is ginormous. But the Steve Wynn stuff is like the most luxury. I know that Hilton has got the Resorts World. Never stayed there, but it's supposed to be pretty nice. Justin stayed there, and then they got this new blue, kind of supposed to be a luxury hotel. But for gambling, it's really all screwed up for the tourists. You're going to gamble there. The best place to do is get off the Strip. Your better odds are off the Strip, like Fremont or even like the Plaza down like towards the old district.
How so? Because if
roulette. So just for instance, like roulette, a roulette wheel should have one single green zero. That's how roulette started. Well, now they added a single green zero and a double green zero. Yeah. Well, now all the big resorts have a single, a double, and a triple. And, they make you do minimum bets of like, I think in the morning time it's like 15, but pretty much at night it's $25. Well, you got to play 25 on the outside and you have to play 25 on the inside. You don't have to. You can just bet red or black on the outside and play a minimum $25. But if you want to bet any numbers, you got to bet 25 on the inside. So that's $50 a spin.
Yeah.
So
on one number.
Yeah. Or you can spread it out, or you can play the 1 through 12. But yeah, anything you play, it could be up to $75 a spin. So, it's all, like I said, like all the locals and all the big gamblers. What I understand is like locals, they don't gamble there on the Strip. It's really made for the tourist people, because you can go to Fremont and play like a single wheel. And like blackjack now, they got all these automatic shufflers. And dude, I've watched so many videos. I'm not saying this. I'm not no big degenerate gambler. You know, I like to gamble, but I'll gamble on a budget. But these electronic shufflers, man, I've watched so many videos of where you take 8 decks in there. They're pretty much shuffling the same, like they know what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they do. I could be totally wrong, but I like to play old school single deck blackjack or 2 deck blackjack, where the dealer is shuffling the cards in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And you cut and the whole shebang, and I feel like the odds are better there. But when you start playing these 8 deck blackjacks, and you know, I forget.
To me, it's always crazy. Like I feel like I'm decent at math, but man, like them guys are blackjack. You start losing money so quick because like it takes me a second. I always overthink everything, so it's like you sit there and I'm processing what my numbers are, and then and I'm sure that's probably part of their tactic too, is to move the game quicker.
The faster the more money they can make or lose, or you make a mistake, or
Well, that or to me, you would think that, or you're not giving the person enough time to kind of think of all the.
Well, the best thing to do is show up and act stupid, because they gotta pretty much help you. Like they'll tell you some bullshit, like the book will tell you to stay, or the book will tell you to hit. You don't have to. The dealers usually, every time, I've played a lot of blackjack in my life, and there's never been a time where the dealer say, I can't help you or tell you what to do, or it's still your decision. But there is, the biggest thing is you don't want to piss anybody off at the table by playing wrong. So if the dealer's showing a 3 and you have a 10 and a 3, a 13, you're like, oh, I gotta get a 21. What would you do there? Would you hit or stay?
I'd hit 13.
That's where you fuck up.
Why?
Because you're taking the dealer's bust card. So you stay at 13 because you could bust, and then the next person, whatever. So then the dealer, if she flips over a 10, that's 13. She has to take another hit. She gets a 10, she busts. You win with a 13.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm not even good at it.
Well, and that's the thing is you would, you would get with a group of people and they would probably try to help you, but obviously it's your money. You gamble however you want to gamble. That's why I tell everybody, you get there. If you don't like the way the table's working, then you just get up and move and go to another one. But you'll upset a lot of people by, taking the dealer's bust card, or like doing dumb shit.
Trying to be the river rat in poker.
Right. Yeah. So it's got to be fun for the table. So it just depends. But it's obviously more like, dude, I rolled up. I think I just lost, or I missed my number on. Yeah, the most exciting thing, going back to that, is black 10. It was black 10. I'm like, black 10 one time, black 10. 10's my favorite number. Black 10 on the roulette wheel.
Is black your favorite color? I mean, what's the...
Yeah. I don't know. I just black 10. So I'm putting like $100 on black 10 or $50 at this point. I don't remember. But I forget what it pays. I don't remember. But anyway, fucking black 10 hit. Dude, the odds of that is like extremely hard. I got a decent amount of money on black 10.
Yeah.
Dude, I unleashed. I flipped the fuck out. I scared Graham all over a slot machine. I'm freaking out. I'm feeling good. I'm fucking, black 10. Fucking black 10. I fucking told you. And everybody at the fucking table was like, holy shit. So that was probably like the highlight. Which Justin was playing them fucking green zeros a bunch, and he was making money on that. But that's pretty much it. That was my Vegas trip. So nice. Let's move on to your why I'm in Vegas.
Yeah, thanks, we went to we did a cruise. Was it? I guess it'd be 3 nights, 4 days, 3 nights. Is that what it worked out to? And out of Jack's
Carnival
Elation. Shout out. And I think that I can't say I'm all one and done because the wife just booked the 10-day Europe cruise.
You did.
Yeah, so in and out of Frankfurt. I guess the boat's a little bit bigger because that was part of my problem. Was the boat was extremely small, and I think I walked it like 5 times before we even left port, and that's when I realized it was going to be a long trip. On top of that, we had the stroller for Anastasia, and the elevators were extremely slow, so I ended up. I think it was like 12 steps total or something to go to the next level. So I ended up just carrying her stroller with her in it up and down most of the levels the first day.
Did you log that on Strava?
No, I did not. I'm not a big buffet style person. Yeah. And like I we got up the one morning, we were getting the girls breakfast, and the guy, a few people in front of us had gym shorts on, literally stuck his hand like down his ass crack to pick a wedgie, and then proceeded to go and get his food. And I was like, man, this is the demographic you get with. It seems like everybody on a cruise ship looks like somebody that's got a Walt Disney World annual pass holder because they all have like the leg brace. They're all like, pretty obese. And it's just, it's a rough crowd. The other thing is the pools are a lot smaller, than kind of what I envisioned. And then you get a bunch of people in the pools. There's like no way I would ever get in one of those pools, or hot tubs because they're just, fucking disgusting. And all the people in there. So there's that. The one day so the other thing I don't really like is the port situation because they give you like 6-8 hours or something to get off on a port. You're doing all the same shit everybody else wants to do, so like you're all just backed up. As soon as you get off, like you're all going to do the same thing unless we got off in Bimini because we did Bahamas and Bimini. Bahamas there wasn't really much going on. Bimini, you gotta ride the golf carts around or whatever. We ended up walking. We went, and then the guy, right when we got off the boat, the guy's like, "Hey, buddy, you looking for some cocaine?" he's like, "My boy's got the best cocaine over by the restaurants." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Okay." I was like, "That's a first." We went down to the Hilton and then looked at all the big old fishing boats, the big boy stuff, which was kind of neat because it was, a bunch of. I think the one fishing boat had a 4 Mercuries on the back, big money, pretty cool. Yeah. So that was pretty neat. That was probably the highlight. Our last day was a boat day or like a. We went all the way down. Yeah, so it rained all day, so everybody was inside. So that was miserable because then you're on a tiny boat with everybody inside. And then, the one we went to the little art gallery. They actually had a pretty cool painting. It was like an astronaut with, he was like, it was like an astronaut in space and had like a bunch of, it was almost like not like a non-gay rainbow in the background, just like a bunch of color kind of on a black and white predominant picture. Looked super cool. So we went and then I was gonna bid on it and then had a couple drinks and then decided I was probably gonna have buyer's remorse. I think it was like $9.15 for it. So we just waited. We kind of watched the whole art gallery thing. They had some cool stuff.
Was it an auction?
Yeah. So I think it didn't even, nobody even bid on it. It was kind of stupid, but I like dumb things.
Did they give you free champagne?
Well, we had free drinks no matter what, so I'm not a champagne person, so I just went vodka tonic instead. Yeah. But that was kind of neat. I guess that was probably the coolest part of it. Was just you go see all the paintings and
stuff. Did they have like a comedy club and stuff?
They had a comedy club. We did one, and it was terrible. Like the guy was like, it was even like the adult one, and like the jokes were just like not.
Really?
I have a real crude sense of humor.
Yeah.
So I like the more raunchy the joke,
the
better.
No doubt.
And it just wasn't.
Yeah.
I would say they were like a hard PG-13 joke, and it wasn't raunchy enough for me. So that was kind of a bust. Shanoa won. She actually did pretty well. I think she ended up winning. I think she ended up when it was all said and done, I think she was up like $400 when we left.
The casino?
Yeah.
You didn't gamble at all?
I didn't gamble at all.
Dude, what a buzzkill. You can't even go get on a machine or go get on
don't. Yeah, it's not my style.
So you're just standing there watching your wife play roulette?
No, I just hung out at the bar. I was watching golf.
So I'm saying,
that was whenever Scheffler was like, I went. I don't remember what I was doing. I think me and Charlie went out to the water slides for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I saw like Scheffler was like 28 under. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But we were at the one thing we did the pictures and all that. We got some cool pictures with the girls. And then, I felt this one dude I was really jealous of, young black gentleman. I saw him probably 4 times on the boat. Every time I saw him, he had his shirt said, bitch, don't kill my vibe. But it was a different color. So he had 4 different colors of the same shirt, and he wore it the whole time. I was like, dude, that's a move. Like they were doing the family pictures.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. And then there was this guy. So there's this guy rolling around on a electric wheelchair thing.
Yeah.
He had one arm. Like he was missing an arm, no legs. And me and Charlie were walking back from the bar, and we were trying to find the wife and Anastasia, and we walked by this guy, and Charlie is just like, she goes, Daddy! She goes, did you see? That guy didn't have no legs. She's just so loud. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I guess that was her first time she's ever seen somebody with missing a limb.
Yeah.
And this guy was missing 3 of them.
She's only 3 though, right?
4. And so, definitely. Dude,
did the guy hear him?
I didn't even look back, dude. I just like straight faced, and because I was like, it was funny how it all went down. I had a couple drinks already, so I was like, did she really just say that? And then the other time we were at Shanoa was actually cashing out her chips, so I was like, I was ordering us a couple drinks, and there was this extremely butch lady, kind of like she was standing off to the side a little bit from us, and Charlie kept like standing in front of her, and I was like, Charlie, get out of the way. I was like, you're in her way. And she goes, no, I don't want him looking at my baby sister.
Oh my God.
I was like, dude, like, the ongoing, the 3 things that don't lie.
Yeah.
Drunk people, little kids, and yoga pants.
Yeah.
And, Charlie was in full effect.
Do you think that girl heard her?
I don't know how she couldn't hear her, because she's loud. But so yeah, those were.
So do you have conversations with her after this, or we just roll with it?
No, I told her, I was like, well, the guy missing a couple limbs. I told her, I was like, hey, some people are just born without limbs. You can't say that.
Well, that's good. I like that.
But then the butch lady, she made her own bed.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. No,
I
I'm
think
with you.
She was probably actually more pumped that Charlie called her a dude anyways, because she was like, oh, hell yeah, brother. That's what I was going for.
Well, that's what I never know what to do. I feel awkward. Like a lot of times I go to Starbucks, get me a coffee or something, and I'm not thinking of it. I'm listening to them on intercom, and they're like, oh, full Phantom voice, like, pull around. Yeah. Your coffee is $4.05. I'm like, okay. I get there, and I'm getting my wallet out. I'm not really paying attention. I look over, and it's the same voice, and it goes, oh, $4.05. And I'm like, thank you, sir. You know, I'm not trying. I'm trying to accommodate the situation. I don't know, but you know, growing up in the South, like I say, ma'am and sir. Don't matter. I don't care if they're. Even if they're 20 years old, it's a lot of times it's like yes, ma'am, or no,
well. The
sir.
good thing is it's not so bad here, but the further north you go, it's a little bit. It's a little bit more. You're taking a gamble.
Yeah.
Because our mutual friend Jason, I was telling him we were going up to Asheville over the weekend or for the weekend, and he's like, "Man, last time I was up at Asheville, we went to the Funkatorium and we sat down, and he's like, it was at the height of." I think it was like right after COVID or something like that, and they sit down for lunch. He's got his girlfriend's 2 kids, and the lady comes by and she goes, "Oh, I'm Melissa. I'm she her," and he goes, "All right, we're just gonna go ahead and head out."
Yeah,
and just got up and left. He's like, "I ain't dealing with that shit."
Yeah, another buddy of mine that he went up there for the first time. Stayed at the Biltmore. Stayed at the inn. Just went up there but. He come back and he's like, dude, it's the most horriblest thing I ever done in my life. You know, it's like,
such a
He was so disappointed. You know, he liked the Biltmore. He did the tour. And the hotel was nice, but he just said everything around there was a disaster with people like just didn't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not. It's just which I've been up there several times with you, and I've never felt that way or been in.
I just because kind of like we were talking about with Vegas, I just like the food side of it, and going out and just being outside since everything's pretty much outdoors. Everything's got outdoor seating. Everything's got the breweries. We like the brewery hop and stuff like that. But yeah, as long as you don't let the people bother you, it doesn't bother me.
I guess he was just so shell shocked.
Yeah,
you think you're going to North Carolina and you're.
But I think it's probably pretty similar to Austin. Like you get that little blue dot with surrounded by a bunch of red for the most part. Well, I guess that North Carolina's branching out unless you go kind of east.
Yeah,
North Carolina. But other than that, and then last weekend, so that was kind of my the rooms to be a van camp. So the rooms to be expected. It's small, but the boat thing was just kind of small. Then the biggest letdown was like we kind of went into the idea that we were going to be able to drop the kids off at Kid Care. Dude, the Kid Care hours were terrible. Like you could only do it like such and such times. The longest you could do it was on port days, but like we wanted to take the girls out with us to go do stuff outside. Like so that was that was probably the biggest bust was just the Kid Care hours. The wife promised me on the new one. The next cruise that the kid hours are much better. They are.
Even I was looking at Royal Caribbean, for you guys, because he was saying that he's done with the cruises, and I'm not a huge cruiser. Like I love it, but I hate it. I don't like 8-dayers or 7-dayers, 5-dayers. I did them. I like the 3-day, 4-day max. Get in, get out. Like I said, I've been wherever we did this 8 or 10-day one, went all these islands, but I don't like the idea of you get off, and I've done the excursions and seen it, and it's cool, but then you're stressed out about getting off. But like Royal Caribbean, it's just, I don't feel like they got that many people. Like, it's not packed sardines. You're never, and these ships are so big, way bigger than obviously the little Jack's Port one where you got height restriction just to get underneath the Dames Point. So it's got to be a smaller ship to go out of Jack's.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So
as I said, it's only like we walked up and down the steps so much.
Right.
Like the steps, it's 12 steps.
Yeah. So like
I knew I was fucked because we got on the boat and the nicest watch they sold on the boat was a Tissot.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, that's sad. Even I've been on one Royal Caribbean, and it was the Horizon out of Miami, and it was the first time it set sail. This was a monster. The Horizon was the biggest ship when it came out of cruise ship, but you got roller coasters on here.
I was bummed though because I watched a bunch of Carnival stuff like on Instagram before we left, so I thought it was going to be a lot more wild, and I was let down. I thought we were going to be like
bumping and grooving.
Yeah, bumping and grinding. If you had, like going hard before the boat even leaves.
Yeah, you should. Which Carnival's cracking down on that. They're trying to. No more weed. They're doing all kind of stuff. I don't know. They're doing all kind of stuff, but like
trying
I said,
to go legit, homie.
Which there's even like you can. I forget. There's one cruise line that's super luxury, very very luxury, very, mature like. But the Royal Caribbean for me, I've been on the Norwegian, the Carnival, and the Royal. But the Royal for me it's really nice. The theaters, the shows, they got like the ship. I've been on it twice. Was the Utopia of the Sea, I think. They just got a new ship, but I was on Utopia twice. But they got zip lining on there, surfing, the bodyboarding, slides, pools, gazillions. But like, you got your fine dining restaurants that you can pay for.
Yeah, I will say so. The restaurant food
was pretty good.
Wasn't too bad. Yeah,
good.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah. But like, did they have a big arcade and a big kid center? Because
small
Royal
arcade.
Do they have a full blown carousel? They have this whole kiddie lane. Like this thing is a grown up can ride the carousel. It's a full carousel. You got all the little carnival, like ice cream and pizza and hot dogs. Then you got this big ass adult bar, and then you got this. I don't know. Like I said, I think you going on this France cruise. I'm glad she booked that, or Europe, or wherever the hell you're going.
It's like in and out of Germany.
And what cruise liner is it?
Man, it's the one that they always got the commercials on TV.
Norwegian?
No, it's like PSE or something.
I don't know. Yeah, overseas I wouldn't know. So, like I said, I'm not a big cruiser. Like, Miley's family's on another week one right now. I think this is like their 24th
They
cruise.
Like decorating their doors and shit?
No, they don't. Dude, they're getting comped everything. They're in a presidential suite because they gamble their asses off. They're in a suite, and they're getting everything comped. They're bringing them goddamn wine and champagne to the room because they give them so much money in gambling. But they win a lot. So, yeah, like me when I go cruising, shout out to Fred and Lori. They're my real OGs. Me and Miley, I've never stayed in anything less than a suite. So I don't know what the...
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. We do have like a balcony room on the next one.
Yeah, so like... Yeah, I don't know what real life cruising is. And
yeah, well, down like us commoners on the bottom,
I couldn't imagine in one of them interior. I look at the videos. No windows.
Yeah, no windows. We had to help them start. We had to put coal into the engine a couple times to get the boat going.
Yeah, I feel like it's you get what you pay for. I understand it worked out great for being out of Jackson. You was able to take the kids, but that ship or
day 2, I was ready to blow my brains out, so I had to buy the Wi-Fi so I could have contact to the rest of the world again.
Yeah. So I don't know, but like I said, at least you went. I'm sure you had some good stories. You did have a little fun.
The problem,
but this is the thing with AJ, which you don't understand. AJ is the most Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Like, he goes into everything.
I went into this cruise, though, with really low expectations.
This is bullshit. Right off the rip, I could just imagine him getting on this thing. He's literally carrying the stroller, 2 kids, wife. She probably left him, went straight to the casino, gambling, and AJ's running around with the kids.
No, it wasn't that bad.
But yeah, I think. Are you taking the kids to the Europe one?
Yeah,
but the hours are better for the kids.
Supposedly.
Yeah, because you need.
If not, I'll just jump off the balcony day 3.
No, you won't do that.
That was one thing that was crazy.
Looking down
it's wild when you're at the top. Like, we were at the water slides, and I was just over there looking over the end. I was like, dude, there ain't nothing stopping you from jumping off this thing and just being gone. Like,
I even walk by them things like on the inside because if you did accidentally, because it's that simple. Like if you got in a
there
fight,
ain't no net.
Yeah, if you got in a fight or wrestled or like you would go over and you're done.
Yeah, I was like, dude, there ain't nothing.
No,
nothing stopping you from just
no.
They put a lot of faith in people. They give you an all-you-can-drink package and then expect you like everybody on this boat, all the boats they have. No one's gonna jump. Like you get, once in a blue moon, you get the young kid trying to show off. But
yeah, I think that probably look at the shows. But man, the shows are awesome. Like there's so many shows. Like on the Royal Caribbean, the water shows, and you got karaoke. Going to a karaoke is fun in front of all these people you don't know. You're never gonna see again. Who gives a shit? Fucking karaoke it up. I did.
What's your song?
I did Hank Williams Jr. Country Boy Can't Survive. I can't sing worth a shit.
I can't either.
But I did it.
I'd probably do like Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
I'd break out a rap song.
They got they got big clubs in there too. I went clubbing one night. That was a disaster. Me and Miley walked in. I was like, "Woo! Too many young people bumping and grinding. We got to get the hell out of here. We're 40."
Dude, we went to Parker McCollum over the weekend in Orlando. I will say I think that's the third time we've seen him. Might be the fourth. I don't know. I think it was the third. Anyways, that is best. I don't know if it's the venue or what, but he actually sounded super good. The first 2 times let down a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought his voice could be better. Might have just been the venue, but I think he was sick all week because he
canceled the show before you.
Yeah. And so we, Charlie being a diehard Parker McCollum fan, she was ready to go by like the 4th song.
Ooh.
And of course we were there for the last song that he played. So she tried to like take a nap halfway through. So that was a little bit, so she like laid down on my lap. But other than that, concert was super good. But what I was getting at was, dude, we got there, we were parking. This girl walks by in a mini skirt and literally like her ass cheeks are hanging out.
Ooh.
And Chanel was like, what are people thinking? Like it blows my mind. Like, and like she wasn't the only one. That was definitely predominantly a younger crowd. And we drove down, that afternoon, and we drove back actually after the concert. So we didn't drink at all the whole time we were there. So it was actually kind of entertaining to watch. We had an officer sitting like a row and a half in front of us for security. It was almost more fun to watch him just snatching people out.
Yeah.
And then you can, there's people just blowing chunks all over the floor
and
stuff.
That's why I can't do concerts, man. I can't. Like I've been to Zach Bryan was the best concert. I've only seen Brooks and Dunn in concert, Charlie Daniels, I said Brooks and Dunn, Charlie Daniels, Toby Keith,
Godspeed.
Yeah, Godspeed. That was a good concert. And Zach Bryan, I think I'm in October. We're going to see Tracy Lawrence in Biloxi. It's just I can't deal with the people, man. They act like freaking goons.
Yeah, and we this one guy, I don't know how it happened, but he was like I guess he was with this other chick, but he was walking by and he stopped and he started talking to this other girl. Like he was like down on his knees, and then his drunk girlfriend or significant other or this other chick comes by and she's like just tearing into him, starts pushing him.
Oh yeah.
Cop comes over there and just snatches her up, takes her right out, and I was like, so like
Keith, I forget what concert. My cousin Keith, he went to a concert at St. Augustine Amphitheater. Forget who, but they're drinking, having a good time, and this one girl was being nice to Keith. Well, what does his wife do? Starts beating the shit out of there's always just some craziness all the time. So I'm like, I hate people in general. Then you put drunks together, and it's like chaos.
Well, then, yeah, because so that was this past weekend, and the weekend prior we had a failed golf trip planned. So me and the wife just ended up hanging out in Savannah for the weekend.
Hell yeah.
Kid free. It's pretty fun.
His best friend Dylan, by the way.
Yeah.
Best friend Dylan.
And
he's real good.
Yeah, and we kind of just made the best of it. Had weather ended up turning and never rained. Yeah. Which was the reason for the cancellation of the golf trip. And I did that. Went to Ruth Chris one night. Sat at the bar because we can't usually sit at the bar because we have kids. So that was fun. Did the piano bar. Can't go wrong with the piano bar.
Nope.
I was telling somebody that's probably one of the highlights to do in Savannah.
100% the piano bar.
Because you can pay whatever you pay, and they will say whatever you write down on that thing. Yeah. So you could be like, you could write on there, Thomas is gay. Yeah. And guess what? They're going to chant Thomas is gay as loud as they can for a whole song. And yeah, it's worth every.
No, it definitely is awesome. Like
every penny, it's worth staying up late.
That's what I will say about Vegas. Piano bars, amazing.
Is it similar to how it is?
It's not as you can, yes. There are some rowdy ones, but like good.
I like rowdy.
Yeah, I like the good stuff. Even like Royal Caribbean's got a piano bar on that ship, and
these damn cruises,
dude. It's the luxury side of it is so much nicer. You would go to that piano bar, you would be there. You would be like, oh my God. I got videos of me singing with them. I was drunk. Then I started doing push-ups. Don't know. I was hammered.
That's actually, I'm glad you said that because when we were in Savannah, me and Chanel were walking down the street one day. This guy was over, he was trying to go into one of the bars. He had you could tell they just left the golf course. So he's all like kitted up. Had his golf glove on, doing pull-ups. He was doing pull-ups on the front of the building. And I was like, dude, they're not going to let his ass into the bar. I was like, this dude's already like peeked out. Yeah. And so it's pretty funny. He's like, he just looked like the typical drunk frat boy.
Yeah.
But other than that, we had a couple good meals. Can't go wrong. In Savannah either. Foodie place.
Yeah, which I don't think we've done a podcast since. Because I went to the Keys.
Oh, yeah. Keys.
I was there like almost 14 days.
Justin, and Dylan?
Yeah, it was just me and Dustin and the wives and the family. And, good times down there.
Yeah, that's one thing that I thought the Bimini was...
The water should have been absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it was super cool. And there was big old fish right off the... Like when we got to port. I was like, because you could see good-sized sharks. And then just big old like just water, like fish in the water. I don't know anything about fish, so I'm not gonna try to. I thought catching brim all day was fun. So
yeah, well, we're gonna get you out there on one of them. We're gonna have to go take the Legend out and just so we can take Shanoa and Miley and go on a real fishing.
I don't know if I could do offshore, man. When we were out there on that cruise ship and I was looking out and there you can't see nothing. I was like, man, we're out here. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're going on a 65-foot Jarrett Bay. This is a sport fish boat that's pure luxury. Air conditioning. He's got every survival. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But every survival method, What, a life jacket?
No, dude, you got EPIRBs, you got InReach, you got...
yeah, so when you're out there floating around with sharks...
He has a life raft that literally accommodates 8 people. Like, you get radios that are definitely, that was funny with all the people on the cruise ship with their little, like, 2-way radios.
Yeah. Like, dude, fucking Freds.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. But like I said, for you jump on the boat with me and going 80 miles offshore, no, you'd have a spaz attack.
Yeah, not for me.
That's why we just get on a nice big sport fish and enjoy the day. Yeah, it's great. But we'll get them out there eventually.
Yeah. So what you got coming up? fishing tournaments or anything?
Nah, I just got back from Steinhatchee. It was a disaster. Literally Keys, Vegas, Steinhatchee. I'm just over. I'm just done. I'm taking a break. I have nothing. I was supposed to leave for Texas this Friday to go hunting, and I aborted the mission. I'm probably going to regret it. I just emotionally, physically, it's been nonstop from. It's every day like that, or every year like this from January. It just never stops, never ends. So like literally, I stayed at home this weekend and did nothing, and felt amazing. I did a lot, I cleaned the front garage, got all the back porch ready for the fall, and just just being at home. So the next couple weekends, I'm doing nothing, and there's the phone. That's Mike. That's your sponsor.
Yeah.
But
taught him Mike last week.
Yeah. So anyway,
we're gonna have part-time savages over the car.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's got his race car kicking.
Race car is live.
Yeah, he's excited. That's the one time
I think we're shooting. I think 12-14.
Yeah, 12-14. First race. Yep. Part-time savages. I'm in. There. I'm back.
Yeah.
But I'm driving. Ricky Bobby.
Oh.
No, just kidding. I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to race cars. But I'm excited for him. He's been working really hard. Him and Jared.
Yep, got Jared.
How long you been working on that car? A year?
No, we haven't even had it for a year.
I was being dramatic.
It was actually kind of interesting though, because after the big long break, we went out. I got a little thing on iPhone saying it was almost a year. It was one day off, a year to the day that from testing Jet's late model to going back and taking the Legends car out. Yep. I was like, man, but just kind of put in perspective, everything that's happened in the last year.
Yeah.
As far as racing goes, but up, car went good. She's ready to dig.
December 14th.
I think that's the plan. We got a little bit of work to do still. Got to scale her out. Got to get the body back on it. But
yeah, that's it for me as well. I'm just, the only trip I got planned here now is Biloxi in October. Have you booked your plane tickets for Mexico yet?
No, we're just doing. We're just going. Me and the wife are just going to Asheville instead.
Oh, you're not going to Mexico?
No. I was kind of burnt out from the cruise.
Oh.
And then we got me and her gonna do. We got Post Malone coming up, and then she's going to. Oh yeah, that was the. I don't know if I told you. So we snagged some Taylor Swift tickets.
Oh yeah, you told me
for Miami.
Don't even tell that story. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, no, you
and
can
we were
tell
able to flip. We bought a bunch of tickets. Able to flip them. I think we ended up clearing almost $5,000.
Yeah,
which is pretty crazy because
it's pretty crazy that
people pay crazy amount of money for Taylor Swift tickets.
Horrible. So I'm with Zach Bryan. Kanye is better than Taylor Swift. I said it.
We got. So I think just Shanoa and Charlie are going down to it. I don't think I can make it through a full Taylor Swift concert.
No, dude, it's horrible. I wouldn't even.
So they're doing that, but it ended up there. So we kept the best 2 tickets from the bundle that we had bought, and then we had split up. It was actually like a little loophole in the system that we took advantage of. So made some money on that, which was kind of fun. We were just kind of chilling and flipping tickets for half a day.
That's cool. That's a big win there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. And we're just gonna be kind of chilling, getting the race car ready.
Sweet.
That'll be next, and then we have another podcast coming up.
Yep.
Soon
we'll have Brian
Golf Brian on.
Yep. Golf Brian on, and yeah.
That might be a little bit closer to Thanksgiving or Halloween, so we might have to do a special Halloween themed.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
dressing up Mike Myers.
I don't know that's the thing.
I don't know the song either, but anyway. Or Jason. So all right, we gotta wrap this up.
Bye-bye.
All right, later.